Kind of interesting here, Fezzi. Major League Baseball is ready to start their own TV thing. So everybody's got their own TV channel now, every sport.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny to me that this came in so long after the fact that you already had the Yes channel for so many years. And do the Mets have their own?
Yeah, they're now on SNY.
Yeah.
They have their own channel.
So Major League Ball. Now, have they clicked off? Has it already started?
Yeah, it started January 1st
at
6 p.m.
I haven't seen
watched
it. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I did. The one thing is they broadcast from Studio 3, and then they have another studio, which is Studio 42, in honor, of course, of Babe Ruth and Jackie Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a problem with them giving Jackie Robinson as big a stage and studio as Babe Ruth, a man who is an icon. I have a problem with that. Jackie Robinson, he's not an all-time great player. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you could argue that, if you wanted to honor black people, he's, the first black ball player, but not the best.
No, and it's like black people want us to not see race, but they always have to have the first of everything. Jackie Robinson sucked compared to Willie Mays.
This would be like you went to Mount Rushmore, and it was Washington and Obama up there, and then that was it.
Right.
The two greatest presidents.
Well, first of all, Jackie Robinson changed the country. Forget about changing baseball. He integrated baseball, which was the foundation of integrating the country.
Civil rights didn't happen in the
First of all,
60s.
football was already integrated, and so was basketball.
And boxing. Jack Johnson was a black boxer in the early 1900s who fucked white women. So you can't tell me that.
Yeah,
and the Olympics.
And also, the civil rights didn't happen to the 60s, till the 60s. Jackie Robinson's fight, he's overrated. For him to be honored in Major League Baseball is ridiculous. To put him next to Babe Ruth, it's not fair.
It is absolutely fair, mainly because he only played 10 years, primarily because he was 26 when he broke in, because they wouldn't let black players into the league.
Guys are 26 when they break in now, Earl. That's ridiculous. Josh Hamilton's 26.
You mean to tell me that Jackie Robinson at 21 couldn't have broken into the major leagues?
I have no idea. I didn't see him play.
Listen.
I think it wasn't out during World War II anyway, when a lot of guys were serving their country.
Yeah, and Jackie did that as well. And, Jackie Robinson wasn't even the best Negro Leagues player, Earl. Josh Gibson, everyone knows, was better, and Satchel Paige was a phenomenal pitcher.
Josh Gibson was more or less the Babe Ruth of that league.
Yeah, and they chose Jackie Robinson because he was a nice guy, and he was good-looking, and that's it. Jackie Robinson's overrated.
He was a scholar. He went to UCLA. He was an All-American. All-American? You got to be crazy. He was the perfect guy to break in.
Wait, hold on. Haven't other people done that? Why always Jackie Robinson? That's the point.
Really?
Why can't we have a Willie Mays?
Willie Mays, for fuck's sake, or Hank Aaron, number 44.
But there's no Mays without Robinson.
Why not?
It was bound to happen.
Wait, hold on. If there's no Jackie Robinson, right, we still have all-white baseball.
It would have taken a lot longer. It would have taken significantly longer.
Why? Because Jackie Robinson didn't do anything but show up. Any of those guys would have showed up.
Remember, even when Robinson...
Branch Rickey was the real fucking hero.
Yes.
He's the one who did something.
It was a white man who integrated baseball. I'm sorry, African Americans.
Yes, because they had control of the game. That's why he integrated the game. He also saw it as a business opportunity.
The Negro Leagues was going to fold eventually.
I don't think it would have.
No, not at all.
And that's why I think that fucking Jackie Robinson turned his back on his race. Instead of acting like we need to get into white baseball, why didn't they just take the idea of black baseball is better than white baseball, and everybody knows it?
Yeah.
That would have made Jackie Robinson a hero, in my opinion.
And, Earl, I am upset because it's about honoring baseball players. Stop with all the symbolism. We know what Jackie Robinson did, but he doesn't hold a candle to Willie Mays or something. Jackie Robinson's most home runs he had in the season was 19. 19 home runs.
The guy was a batting champion. The guy was a triple.
You don't have to just be you don't have to be a home run hitter. You're fucking.
His
guy can steal bases. He was fucking. He could play.
He changed the game. He basically brought speed as a weapon.
Yeah. Because Ty Cobb didn't exist, right?
Right.
The most stolen bases he ever had, I have in front of me, is 37. Okay, so he wasn't this. Lou Brock is a better base stealer.
I'd rather have Lou Brock there. I'd rather have this named after...
You're a guy... P. Rose, Ron.
I'd rather have it named after Maury Wills. If I'm going to fucking go by a guy with real speed, give me Maury Wills.
It's bullshit. For Studio 42 and for the Mets to have the Jackie Robinson Rotunda when he didn't even play for the Mets.
If you wanted to be fucking proper about this, it's Studio 3, and then the other one is Studio 54. And we just fucking just disco that motherfucker out.
It's Studio 54. Jackie Robinson was a great American. He was a well-rounded American. He wasn't like Babe Ruth. Ruth was a freaking drunk when he was at the baseball.
So what? This is about baseball, not citizenship award. You know who gets citizenship award? Pussies.
And Babe Ruth made this game international. All the best players are pretty much Hispanic and Asians. Well, guess what? Babe Ruth went to Japan and toured the world with baseball.
And he was also black. Rick, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, all of this rah-rah for Jackie Robinson. Yeah, he broke the color barrier, respect, dude. But as a Met fan, I'm tired of hearing about him. And all of the rah-rah stuff for Jackie Robinson, Dave is right. It takes away from better players that were in his era from the Negro Leagues and Major League Baseball.
I can agree there that he gets way too much credit for being a guy who had a 10-year career.
But then again, I think Pete Rose gets too much credit and Cal Ripken Jr. I'm just not a fan.
Well, I mean, come on, Cal Ripken Jr.
I mean, but he had to put up with so much other shit. Not only on the field, from his own teammates. There was a petition.
His dad was the coach. Believe me, I'd be working every day if my dad was running that place.
His own team had a petition for him not to play.
It lasted a day.
Names got thrown at him. All the time. Booed, death threats. Couldn't go into hotels. Couldn't go eat at restaurants.
That doesn't happen now?
I've seen the same petition against O&A at certain radio stations that they worked at. They were fighting with everybody at NEW.
And you're talking about, like, professional athletes don't get berated. Like Jason Kidd, when he went to Boston, wasn't called a wife beater. I mean, guys they're athletes. They're conditioned not to.
Yeah, but here's, you know what they used to chant at Jackie Robinson? Jackie, Jackie, Jackie. I would yell this. Jackie, more like jack off.
I think it was a little bit worse than that. I mean,
like what?
Well, you know what was worse. I mean, you know the
worse
names.
Than jack off?
He had effigies hung out in the stands. It was awful. I mean,
this is going to happen to you, black man. Your skin's a different color, so we don't like you.
Were they for sale like those foam fingers are now?
Let me tell you something, Mr. Robinson. When you leave here, your name is going to be Mr. Effigy. That's it.
Eggs, firecrackers,
that's
everything
right.
thrown in.
Take some eggs and here's some firecrackers.
To cook them with.
Firecrackers? Did happen?
It's the latest craze. Everybody's throwing stuff at Jackie Robinson. There's eggs, firecrackers, and finally, effigies. Jackie Robinson is now considered the greatest black ball player of all time.
You suck, Jackie. You're overrated.
Jackie Robinson just became the first black man ever to hit a single. Jackie Robinson, the first black man ever to be put out at first.
Everything was a first.
30 records a game.
You might remember Jackie Robinson from The Wizard of Oz. He was one of the flying monkeys. Yowza, yowza. It's all going on right now in Brooklyn. All the fun's here. Come see the first Negro ball player in history. Jackie Robinson. Why, the way this is going, I say in another 55 years, we'll have a black president. He'll be from Kenya. Earl, why can't you respect all the black ball players and not just Jackie Robinson?
He was the first one. He had to put up with,
eggs and firecrackers.
I mean, among other things.
The count's 3-1. Wait a minute, someone just threw an egg at the Negro. Let him, yes, that's it. Let him wipe off there. Sorry, Mr. Robinson. By the way, that's the hula hoop that he has. And there's Lassie. Hiya, Lassie.
Poor guy couldn't even buy a house in like a nice neighborhood. Though he's making good money.
Jackie Robinson, homeless ball player, stepping up to the plate. And look at it. The first black man ever to hit 16 doubles in a season. He just broke his own record of 15 doubles. Is that another egg? Let's stop the game. Can't stand the eggs and firecrackers.
Jesus
horrible,
Christ.
horrible
And
experience.
the fact that...
Well, it's horrible.
And to excel under all of that pressure was enormous.
Oh, come on. What about the guy who did in the American League? No
But
one
let's
ever
say
gives him any
He's
credit.
been honored. We've honored Jackie Robinson.
Too much.
Let's now honor Frank Robinson. There's been a lot of other great black ball players. Let's honor some more of them besides the constant Jackie Robinson.
Frank Robinson would be perfect because he was also, Frank Robinson was a manager and stuff. I mean, Jackie never did that.
Well, he never got the opportunity to do it.
Go with Max Robinson, the first black anchor man.
Look who just stopped up to the plate. It's Richie Allen, the 500th black ball player ever. Oh boy, there comes the eggs.
Still?
Firecrackers, batteries, and those are bullets. God, I hate Philadelphia.
Why the constant Jackie Robinson?
Because Jackie Robinson he was the guy. He had the temperament. He had the...
He doesn't fight back. Jackie Robinson, the greatest Negro ball player of this season.
Take it, Jackie. I'd like to slap him around.
That would have been so crazy to see footage of Jackie Robinson lighting a firecracker and throwing it back in the stands.
Just making an omelet. Who would waste eggs on this person?
You say the eggs are fresh.
We're talking about the Fez watch. Fez going full 7 days without talking. Mooch has offered himself up.
Oh, okay.
You know how you feel about the Mooch, secret boy?
Mooch sitter would be fine.
Sit her where? On your face?
In this room watching me.
I'll tell your mom.
Also, Jackie Robinson, they honored him. No one's allowed to wear
He's been
number
honored.
42 anymore. They retired the number
Who
42.
wants it? It's too far up there.
I mean, unless you were grandfathered in like Mariano Rivera or Ortiz. But I mean, so stop it now, Major League Baseball. Stop
But
it.
you also got to look at this. The great players, pretty much pre-Jackie Robinson, were not playing necessarily the best talent. The best talent was in the Negro Leagues, and you weren't
Then
going
why
ahead.
did he turn his back on it? You were saying he's great. He left the better league.
He turned his back on it because it was the opportunity to let other guys in.
Why?
Josh Gibson,
They had their own league. They had their own league with black players, black coaches, and black owners. It took forever to get black coaches. We still don't have black owners. They fucking had it.
but
They should have said, you know what? We're going to let a white person come into this league and see how they compete. That would have been the smart business move. Jackie Robinson put black ownership out of business as well as black fans. They used to go to those ballparks.
But fans showed up they started going to major league games. Dodger attendance went through the roof after
But
Jackie
you're
broke
missing
in.
the point. It destroyed black business.
I mean, that was the residual effect of it. But you now had the opportunity of best
working for the white man and fucking doing what the white man told you. But I think the Negro Leagues was the opportunity that could have catapulted black people ahead. You know, it was pre-Motown. It was pre-every major black business. That could have made black kids grow up thinking, we can own some. They were the FUBU at the time, and then they turn around and start working for fucking Sears.
And if that would have happened, maybe we'd see some more black people playing baseball. I mean, you care about Jackie breakthrough in baseball. Black people don't like baseball anymore.
Well, times
They don't own a team.
times have
Really
changed,
hate
obviously.
firecrackers.
What'd you say?
The winds of change have come. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last Negro ball player. They're all gone except for this one gentleman. His name, Earl Douglas. He's hitting an unbelievable 088. I don't think he'll make it out of this season. The last Negro ball player.
And the other side of that was, like, in the Negro Leagues, it was always a struggle. Teams folded. They kept certain teams together, but they was always folding.
Well, look who just came in. It's Gary Cooper. There he is in a brand new big stretch limousine. And there's Fatty Arbuckle. Hiya, Fatty. And here comes Fez Watley. Uh-oh. Look like he just shit himself again. How Fez will you ever win?
But the man really opened up the door. And I remember he gave a speech in his retirement. He gave a speech. He was like, I'm looking forward to the day that we have black general managers and black
And he
men.
had him. He fucking had him in the Negro League.
In the major leagues.
What was better, the major leagues or the Negro Leagues?
As far as talent,
Yes.
I would say the Negro Leagues.
Then why wasn't that enough? Why would you turn your back on that and walk across the street and destroy the Negro Leagues?
It doesn't make sense, Earl.
Are you telling me guys who grew up in our age, the way we grew up watching basketball, we would have had any fucking problem watching the Negro Leagues? White kids would have loved to watch it.
But there wasn't the widespread exposure that Major League Baseball.
Yes, that's what they should have worked on.
No, it was America's pastime. It was the game for this country. But why can't black players be part of that game?
Why couldn't white people try to play in the better league? They should have integrated their own league. That would have gotten a lot of white people interested.
Yeah, I mean, and plus new leagues do start all the time. I mean, it used to just be the National League. The American League was a separate thing that forced the National League to merge. Negro Leagues could have
Ted Williams is going to be the first white ball player in the Negro Leagues. And who's that old lady? Why, it's Fez Watley. And he's got Indian clubs.
I wasn't in the newsreels.
Fez Watley has just given us the word Lindbergh has landed. Lindbergh has landed. According to the elderly Fez Watley. Look at that beard on Fez. Oh, my God, he looks like Father Time. Is that shit coming out of his fat leg? Looks
No.
like he did it again. Don't answer me back. I'm a newsreel.
Oh, you're not going to be able to stop. You're going to be chit-chatting away to start tomorrow.